We've been monitoring the weather and we actually put our crews on alert.
As local electrical crews respond to countless power outages, we tell you how locals can stay safe.
And that winter storm continues to pound a good part of the tri-states. The question is, when will it ever warm up and will we ever see sunshine? We'll tell you about that and search for the possibilities in the forecast coming up.
Plus, one basketball referee is being remembered following the fatal bowling alley shooting in Illinois.
From around the tri-states, this is KHQA News at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Amber Robb. First tonight, a New Year's Day winter storm blankets much of the tri-states with a layer of ice. That caused tree branches to snap, electricity to go out, and roads to be slick. Thousands of homes and some businesses are still without power, some of them for hours as firefighters and utility crews try to keep up. At one time earlier today, power outages affected almost 11,500 customers in Illinois and more than 4,300 in Missouri. According to the Adams County Electrical Cooperative outage map, at one time today, there were more than 1,200 outages in Adams County, more than 100 in Brown County, and 45 in Schuyler County. Thousands of homes and some businesses are still without power, some of them for hours, as firefighters and utility crews try to keep up. KHQA's Kendall Hyde joins us after speaking with utility crews about their busy day. Kendall?
Yes, that's right. As of 12 p.m. on Friday, Ameren says they responded to almost 500 power shortages. Ameren, Illinois says the ice from Friday's ice storm was so heavy that it was breaking branches off of trees. They then landed on power lines, leaving many locals without power for the better half of the day. Ameren says they saw the storms in the forecast days ago, and they've been preparing their team for this moment ever since.
We've been monitoring the weather and we actually put our crews on alert a couple days ago so that way that we'd be ready to respond, should the storm hit.
Ameren asks if you see any power lines down, please do not touch them yourself. The company says call either your local fire department or Ameren to come out to the scene. Now, tonight on KHQA News at 6, I'll be telling you the full details of Ameren and local first responders' phone calls that they have to respond to all morning long. In studio, Kendall Hyde, KHQA News.
Thanks, Kendall. Here's a look at the latest power outages. Currently, more than 8,100 customers in Illinois and nearly 3,500 in Missouri are without power. In Adams County, 765 customers are affected, and in Schuyler County, there are 19. The winter storm seems to be winding down, but it's not quite over just yet. Let's get an update with Chief Meteorologist Rich Kane. Rich?
Amber, it certainly has been a sloppy go of it pretty much all day long, and this winter storm continues to wreak havoc across a good chunk of the tri-states. The good news is a lot of what you see as far as the warnings and advisories, they will expire here very soon, but everybody's under some sort of winter weather heads up mode, if you will, with the winter storm warning dominating the tri-states. Still an ice storm warning across parts of central portions of Illinois. Temperatures, though, beginning to cool down just a bit, but not much. Upper 20s to the lower 30s across the region. That's pretty much been our daytime high as this storm system, as you can see the last several hours of imagery, shows that it's beginning to comma up and push off to the northeast. So it's ending across parts of northeast Missouri, but not quite over western Illinois. We'll drop back to the lower 20s tonight as this wraps up. The wind out of the northwest at 10-15 miles an hour. That's good news. It could be worse. And then temperatures tomorrow barely get up to near 30 with more clouds than sunshine and maybe a chance of some light snow by sunset. Tell you about that in the full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. And by the way, we want to see your photos. Just use our KHQA app and then click on Chime In. You can also find other photos from other viewers from throughout the tri-states.
Thanks, Rich. In Hannibal, firefighters spent the morning responding to countless fires, power shortages, and sidewalk falls. Mark Kempker with the Hannibal Fire Department says with freezing temperatures like today, many unforeseen incidents occur. He asks for locals to salt their sidewalks and steps at their homes. He says days like today are important for residents to look out for not only themselves, but their neighbors too.
We're having still a lot of EMS calls where folks come out and they fall. So we really want to give you that extreme caution too when you come out. Be cautious of that black ice where it actually looks just wet, but it really is ice. So if you've got those cleats, wear the little ice cleats. You know, a slip and fall can potentially put you in the hospital for quite a while, and if you're an elderly person, it can really be a bad day for you for a long time.
Kemker says with icy temperatures and heavy winds, tree branches are more likely to fall and damage homes and power lines. So it's important that families create an escape route.